Hi, it's Mitch from pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Lakers versus Bucks NBA matchup on Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. You know, the Lakers and the Bucks, this is the game that the Bucks were hoping was going to be the last game of their season last year, but they didn't make it to the NBA Finals after having the best record in the NBA 2 years in a row. And, it was the Lakers actually winning the championship against the Miami Heat, who were like, I think, the 4th or 5th seed in the Eastern Conference last year, but just shows you why they play the games. And, of course, the Lakers kind of, just seeing what they have without their two superstars. LeBron James and Anthony Davis have been out now for a little bit, and the Lakers have still 6-4 in their last 10 games. Just a credit to the rest of the roster, the coaching staff, and really the organization to be able to do that. Most teams, they lose their superstar players, and the numbers just start to go down in a hurry. But the Lakers 30-17 on the season, not the best record in the Western Conference, and it's certainly going to take a little bit of work to get there, but I don't think it bothers them that much. Meanwhile, the Bucks 29-17. The last few years, it's been the first half of the season that's been their thing, and then they get to the playoffs and wilt. This year, they started slow, and it's been the second half of the season where we've seen them play their best basketball. 7-3 in their last 10 games. They are just 11-10 on the road and 7-14 against the number on the road. But the Lakers 16-10 at home, 11-15 against the number at home. So neither of these teams really in their comfort zone as far as covering the spread. When you have good teams, you always pay a premium for that. So you have the Lakers, who are brand name and a good team and a big market team, against the Bucks, who are, have had the best record in the NBA the past 2 seasons and have, one of the biggest superstars in the game, especially with LeBron James and Anthony Davis not playing with Giannis. But anyways, the thing about this one is that, the stars are missing for the Lakers, so they are up against it. And like I said, they have fought the good fight. You can't take anything away from the way the Lakers have played. And at 30-17, and especially Anthony Davis has been out for quite some time at this point. And LeBron James has been, he held down the fort by himself for a while, and then there was only so long he could do it. But the Lakers, the number 2 team in the NBA in defense, and we see it with the Knicks, with the Suns, with the other teams that are at the top of the defensive rankings. They just get it done no matter what. They always keep themselves in games and give themselves a chance. The issue here, though, is that the Bucks, they need to make some sort of statement here. Do they want to blow the Lakers out of the building, and then if they face them in the NBA Finals, the Lakers have this big revenge in mind? I'm not so sure, because then I'm not so sure the Lakers will have that kind of big revenge, especially without LeBron and Anthony Davis being on the court for this one. It's one thing to run it up against those guys, but to run it up against the Lakers as they are today, not sure it would have quite the same impact. But we saw the Lakers struggle mightily after LeBron left the lineup, and what we've seen from them now is they've won their last 2 games. This was against the Cleveland Cavaliers, 100-86, and against the Orlando Magic, 96-93. So we're not talking about that they came out and beat the Suns or the Nuggets or somebody like that. As a matter of fact, they lost to the Suns, they lost to the Pelicans, they lost to the Atlanta Hawks, over this stretch. So, they haven't gotten it done against the better teams. Meanwhile, the Bucks, they come into this one struggling as well. They've lost their last 3 games, losing to Boston, New York, and the Clippers. Of course, they sat a bunch of their stars during those games, and they've had their shares of injuries as well. I think in this game, I just think that, while it's appealing to me to take the Lakers plus the points, because you're getting a ton of points with a team that does play defense. But when you look at those defensive statistics, you have to consider that LeBron James is a huge part of that. Just like the same thing with any trends that we could read off, LeBron James would be a big part of that, because he hasn't been out that many games. When we look at the Bucks, they're 0-4 against the number in their last 4 games, and 0-4 against the number on the road against a team with a winning percentage better than 600. The Lakers 0-4 against the number against a team with a winning percentage over 600. And, we just went over the last 4 games. LeBron James hasn't played in any of those games. So, but he's not playing in this one either. It's a lean at best for me, but I'm going to take the Bucks here. I'm going to lay the 8.5. I'm not rushing to the window to bet this thing. I know a lot of people are probably like, the Bucks are probably chomping at the bit to have a shot at the Lakers. So let me know what you think. Leave your pick in the comments of this video. Let me know what maybe a player prop if you have that, or who's going to cover the spread, the total, whatever pick you got for this one. By all means, leave it in the comments. And while you're there, if you could hit the like button, greatly appreciated. Cost you nothing, takes you half a second, helps us a ton. And more importantly, it lets me know that you like the videos that I'm doing here for you guys, and doing the free picks and doing all the discussion and everything. It lets us know that at least we're on track. And that's, of course, all we're trying to do here. But so, like I said, I'm taking the Bucks minus 8.5. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Of course, if you're looking for my best bets, the games I am betting today, the ones I'm most confident in, the ones that I like the best, those are the ones you find at the website. You go to the main menu, click on the Premium Picks tab, and you'll find my best bets as well as best bets from some of the other top handicappers in the world. Looking for more free picks? Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us on our live shows every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We give out tons of free picks on those shows, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and join us.